Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shatteredcast.
A to B.
Shatteredcast Uncut? Is that you? Shatteredcast
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shatteredcast Uncut.
Like complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shatteredcast Uncut, episode 367. That is 367. We are very old, very ruthless leader, but we're trying to become a benevolent ruler. Joining me tonight are every member of the Furious Four. Coming up first, he is everyone's favorite Facebook admin, but he's not really an admin anymore unless he needs to remind people of the rules. He is the one and only Mr. Greg for Mercy.
Yo.
He only ever reminds people of rule number 1, actually.
I thought it was rule number 5. Never get high on your own supply.
Rule number 5 is there is no rule number 5.
That's right. And speaking of no rule number 5, this guy makes the rules just so he can break them. He was once arrested for aggravating assault because he aggravatedly assaulted a guy in a Jeffrey costume at a Toys R Us years ago when they were still open. He walked out of jail a free man and ended up suing Jeffrey and got a nice little $20 check out of the deal. He is the world's smartest YouTuber, world's smartest Transformer fan. Don't bother Googling it because you're going to see his face anyway. Don't try to call me out on this. Don't at me, bro. The one, the only Mr. T2RX6, Justin.
Hey, it's me. How's it going?
Yeah. And coming up next, this following guy is I guess you could call him a modern day musician, a genius, if you would. He has such hits as "I'm Getting My $20 Worth, Damn It," or his favorite girl song, "She Is Sleeping, She Is Not Dead." And of course, everyone's favorite retro dance hit, "Stop in the Name of Herpes." And then of course, everyone's newest club banger, "Let Me Thunderclash Those Cheeks." And the EDM anthem of 2020, "I Paid a Prostitute to Tongue Punch My Fart Box." The one, the only Mr. Robert D.
You forgot my latest solo. My latest solo composition.
What? That is... Picture this, listeners, all 2 of you. Especially you, Paul. You're one of the only people that still listen. 17 minutes of that.
And James. James listens too. I don't want to throw James under the bus.
Yeah. I mean...
I wish he'd stop.
That's 17
James,
minutes.
knock it off. Do something better with your life. Come on.
Yeah, what's wrong with you, loser? God, I hate you. No, but
well,
yeah,
there are all those people that listen on other social medias that they're such good listeners they have to ask if they missed an episode for the last 2 months because we didn't record that week because we've only announced it like 30 fucking times.
James did that. Sorry, James.
Fuck you, James.
Yeah, fuck you, James. We love you, man. Donate to our Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
$1.
Mm-hmm.
$1 marker.
You'll get all the titties.
Solid $6 every month. All right. So today's topic of discussion for this week's episode of Shatteredcast Uncut. Oh, actually, let me stop. Let's get to the favorite section here. We're going to do you first because you like to take 40 minutes every time. Anybody get anything? Robert?
No. Yes, I did.
Goddamn liar.
I got in the 3-0 Soundwave.
Okay, how's that looking?
It's beautiful.
Oh, is it nice?
What makes no sense to me, though, like I thought the photos are just weird. He has tiny hands. And I don't understand why he's got such tiny hands. It's not like they're necessary for transformation. There's absolutely no reason why he has these little teeny hands. And it throws the whole, throws everything off. I don't know how this...
We won't stop.
What? What do you say?
Sorry, I'm guilty. I've been listening to Bad Boy's Greatest Hits on the way home from work today, and his songs are stuck in my head.
It is a beautiful figure, really nice, but the hands are embarrassing, and to the point where I wish that a third party comes and does an add-on kit, like to switch out those hands to something better, because they just look stupid. But otherwise, it's beautiful. And what else?
Where'd you get yours from?
I think it was BBTS. That's why I just got it, because I believe it came out a while ago.
Yeah, the Soundwave, yeah. I'm still waiting on mine too, but...
Are they coming out right now? I thought they came out a while ago, no?
No, I
They
think
came out a couple of weeks now.
I think it's been a little longer than that.
What else did I get, Greg?
Oh, you got
Rhymes with potato.
I got purple
I don't know,
potato.
what did you...
Purple potato. And people are gushing all over this figure. Everybody loves it. I'm not in love with like the bot mode.
I don't get it. I don't get it why anyone likes it. Like, I saw your picture, Robert, and like that looks like shit. Like, it does not look like a good Shockwave.
It does not look like a good Shockwave. It's just off.
It's a good purple potato.
Yeah, this is weird. And the plastic feels almost like Magic Square plastic.
Yeah, the problem. The problem is that we have very little in the ways of like actual like G1 Transformers from third party coming out, so people are all about things that they shouldn't really care about anymore.
There's something to that.
How many Shockwaves? I mean, we have an official. We have 2 other third-party ones. So, like, why are people jumping all over this?
Because they want the revenge.
No, but, well, that's the thing, though. People are like, I'm going to leave in robot mode.
That's stupid.
Robot mode's stupendous. Yeah, I got it just because I want the revenge to go with my Unicron and my little Legends.
You want your purple potato to go with your little raisin, with the raisin in the sun, and your giant cantaloupe.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just,
basically.
It's got hardware, sure, but something is weird about the plastic. It's not like the new third-party style that we're all accustomed to, where it's like a real, firm eggshell feel to it and hard.
But it's not fragile feeling at the same time. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's going to break.
It's not fragile, but it's also kind of dull, But
it's kind of sharp too.
It is kind of sharp too. I don't get, like, I guess I get it. Like, the little bits come in a baggie. It just felt kind of ghetto, because they don't want to. Why put like little plastic bits on it when you could do it yourself and it won't break in transit? I get it, but I personally, like, I had to watch the instructions are really horrible. The instructions are like it's like 6 panels. It's like 6 panels.
It looks like someone took instructions, omitted some panels, and then photocopied them like a 24-hour college town copy shop.
Yeah, and it's almost like they were like, look, you're going to do this without instructions, and we're going to give you pictures of what it should look like sometimes during the process.
Or like, you need to pull, push, collapse, and flip this one part. So we're going to show that part, and then we're just going to black it completely out.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the 7 people that love this figure are like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. This is my grail.
I think it's fine. Like, I don't have any problems with it, but it's definitely not. I bought it because I want the alt mode.
Yeah, I'm never transforming it back. I was so mad. This is officially the first Transformer, I believe, that I've ever had to take apart with a screwdriver in order to transform it. Because working the...
It's so good.
The inside, people had said, like, oh, those fucking shoulders. I know what they meant. And then it's got these shoulder transformation joints that are on sliders. And it's really just dry-ass, tight metal on really thick plastic columns. They could have put lube in there. Like, you see that. Even with cheap figures, they'll put a little smudge of lube if it needs it. Ooh. This is just... And I could never figure out, because the step was not in the instructions that you had to lower it. And like I saw Son of the Empire's transformation video first, and I caught that he did some kind of wiggling shit when he first folded the arms forward to make the ship, but I couldn't tell what the fuck he was doing. He certainly wasn't pointing it out. I watched like 3 reviews. One guy actually brought it up that you had, because I was just transforming it and I couldn't get the flaps to close, and it was because I didn't have the shoulders down. And one guy, he mentioned, oh, you have to work these joints down these sliders or this won't close up. And you know, and I watched him do it, and he got it worked down, and he had to wiggle it. So I did that to one of them, and it worked down slowly after like a couple minutes, and it was fine. And then the other one, I was doing it, it would not move down. No matter what angle I went to, how I tried to apply pressure and move it, it wouldn't go down. But by my wiggling it over and over and over again, it started wearing the plastic downwards and mushrooming under the sliding metal. So now I had this like ridge of plastic.
This whole conversation's making me incredibly uncomfortable. About Robert wiggling things and his mushroom underneath the plastic, and
so pissed off. And it's just like a 1/2 millimeter ridge, but it stopped everything at that point. I'd take it apart.
Yep, 1/2 millimeter. I'm understanding that with Robert too. You know, get you.
I don't understand why you were so rough on it. You could have just put a couple drops of oil on it or something, and it would have gone right in.
No, you can't do that unless you open it up anyway.
No, you can, because you could. That plastic, that thing on the front of his chest, the detail piece, you collapses in. You just collapse it in, and you drop lube on those 2 posts. They're right behind it.
By the time
they're like an inch in, but they're right behind it.
Yeah, but by the time I realized it was a problem, it was too late. Lube wouldn't
do
anything.
You already had started typing, and you were just like, you know what? Fuck it.
No. It had already brought that little mushroom around the bottom of the metal. It had already worn plastic away. Like it was too late.
Out of the box. Just out of the box like that.
Right out of the box like that it came. So I take it apart, shave off the little ridge, and then it slides down. I was just like, this is fucking bullshit. This is trash. This kind of shit is like early third-party kind of shit where you had to take shit apart and stuff. And fucking getting a toy was like having a project, you know. But it transformed well. And once that was done, I didn't have trouble with the legs or nothing, but came together, and I'm keeping them in spaceship mode, you know. I know there's probably going to be 3. Look, if we know anything from history, there's going to be 3 more of these in the next 6 months. You know, X-Transbot's going to do one. You know, I mean, who else would do one? Not Fans Toys. We're going to see, you know, fucking Mech Fans Toys will do one. There's going to be like 3 of them. I would love for X-Transbot to do one. It'd be just as fucked up as this one.
I'll save the X-Transbot tape for later.
And instead of Shockwave, it turns into like Soundwave. Just fucking make it random as fuck. Turn into Unicron. Fuck it.
Turn into Ravage.
Don't take all my X-Transbot time. I got some X-Transbot time coming up.
And then what else did I get? I got the Magic Square Breakdown and Wild Rider, little tiny boys.
Okay. How are they treating you? They feel like Magic Square?
Yeah, but I've never had a problem with the way Magic Square felt, because the way the plastic feels is the way the figures look. They have this kind of cartoony matteness to them that I like on the shelf, you know. But yeah, it's the same Magic Square plastic, but very highly posable, really funny sculpts. Like their faces are funny to me. And
I heard that I heard the plastic on those feels like the purple potato plastic from Lemon Tree.
I think so. It does. It really does. Lemon Tree.
I mean, it's unfortunate you couldn't make lemonade with the lemons that tree gave you, Robert.
Why did they call it Lemon Tree? Why didn't they call it Revenge?
Because you're going to be sour when you play with it. That's why.
That's true. Purple potatoes. But purple potatoes are poisonous, aren't they? No, green potatoes.
No.
They are?
Green potatoes are poisonous.
Oh, no.
If you eat a potato that's green, it's poisonous. What else came? Oh, and Flame Toys, Megatron.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
I'll tell you, it's really beautiful, but I don't like it. I don't like it so much because it's like, again, I'm experiencing a Megatron that has way too many accessories, and it stresses me the fuck out, and it takes away from my enjoyment of it. And it sounds silly, but it's just this visceral reaction I have. Just like the Iron Factory one had way too many accessories. Just like the MMC one, way too many accessories. And it's like, for some reason, Megatron has got to have a fuck ton of accessories. Before that, the most accessoried Megatron was the X-Transbots, Apollyon. But at least those were fun. You got a little mind control helmet. You got this. You get the gun. You get the ball and chain. You know, these things. It's just like, would you like 30 wings? Would you like 30 wing adjustments? Would you like 50,000 hands? It's like, get the fuck away! Stop it! Just give me the Megatron. Maybe another head. Would you like 2 fusion cannons? I don't want 2. Why are you giving me 2? You know, and then the Optimus Prime had an awesome exclusive accessory. It was a motherfucking giant axe. A big fucking turbo-powered chop fucking you and your mother in half axe. It was cool. This thing comes in a fucking suitcase for his guns. How stupid is that? It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
That's part of the comic, though. I mean, that's a comic accurate accessory.
Is this me not knowing the source material again?
Well, he got that body, and they took what was left of his old body and turned it into little G1 Megatron guns and sent them to Earth, and the guns were forcing people to commit violent crimes.
Are you making this up?
Nope.
No, I'm not. No.
That's why Jazz killed the. That's why Jazz killed that dude.
Because he was going to shoot Bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
You're not really disabled if you have courage.
What the fuck?
You remember that was Chip? I've been watching that. What's that guy called again?
Dr. Smooth.
Dr. Smooth. And but it's beautiful looking, but I don't know if it came with the batteries this time. You know, like the first one they came out with, they gave you the batteries in the clamshell, and then the Optimus, I think Tarn too, the batteries were no. I think Optimus is the first one where they just gave it to you installed, and I don't think you even get batteries at this one. Little things like that bother me. I like that red carpet treatment because this is red carpet prices.
Where'd you order it from?
Oh God, that was D4 Toys. I got the exclusive.
Where are they?
Huh?
Where are they based?
China.
Oh, then yeah, they can't ship batteries international. If you picked it up domestically, it would be through Bluefin.
Every single one.
Well, they're not supposed to. They just don't want to get in these heightened times. They don't want to get. They don't want to get their shipment seized.
Why? What's wrong with that? Like, we don't have batteries on our plane?
You can't ship batteries that way.
Why?
It's the law.
Science.
Magnets?
I don't know. Why don't you sue them? Why don't you sue the?
Yeah, take him to court, Mr. Lawyer Guy.
You're so cool. I don't actually go to court. I just call people Sue. They pay me so I'll stop calling them Sue.
Just take him to TFW and.
Yeah, take it to the boards.
Take it to the boards.
I'm already on the boards.
Lisa asked me yesterday if I was going to go to TFCon this year. She really wants to go. I don't think so. You guys going to go?
Nope.
Justin?
Is this the one in Baltimore?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Baltimore is a shithole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to D.C. What the fuck are you going to do in Baltimore?
Mm-hmm.
Heroin?
Go LARPing?
Heroin and prostitutes?
Actually get mugged.
Yeah.
You could pay prostitutes to tongue punch your fart box, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy. That's your new thing, huh? Tongue punching.
No, that's your new thing. You're the one that made an EDM on it. What else you get, Robert?
Well, I didn't get so much as I let stuff go. I've been redoing my shelves finally, and just not caring about the mess, just taking shit off of shelves and rearranging. It's just frustrating when you don't have much room because it's an effort to just empty a shelf and then rearrange it with new stuff, and then you look at it and go, wow, I don't like that. the thought of having to redo it, that's what it's been stopping me all this time. But I'm just fed up. And then I was like, okay, Lisa brought it up. She was like, why don't you just, display stuff in Jersey? And I'm like, okay, and because there's room there. And I got on IKEA's website, going to order some Billies. And it's like, I can't even order 2 black brown Billies. They don't have them to deliver. It's like I can't even get the shit I want to get to display stuff. It's just frustrating.
How much is your delivery fee on two Billies?
It seemed to be $99 no matter what I was putting in the cart, because they had skinny Billies, they had short, wide Billies, they had a bunch of short, skinny Billies. I mean, honestly, I like the skinny Billies, and because I don't actually enjoy, except for the movie shelf, the Junkions, and like the big bots with Legends figures. Other than that, with MP figures, I don't like displaying them all in one crowd. I believe they look better like 1, 2, maybe 3, and that's it. And like the skinny Billies, they work with that. Like that's a really good display for 1, 2, or 3 MP sized figures. And but I wonder if I should fill a room with them, because it may look really weird, like checker boxed. So I don't know. I'm flip flopping on that, and
flip flopper.
That's it.
What else?
I think that's all that I got. Unless you remember something I forgot. No. That's it. That's it, sir. Oh, I found Raul. I found Raul. Do you still have what's his face?
Oh, tracks, yes.
I found Raul. I'll send him to you. Did I send you the blaster though?
No.
Oh God, I gotta find that thing. At least I found Raul. They can have him kiss. Like, I missed you. Me too.
Raul. I missed you too, Senor Trax.
Get in my ass, head first.
Get inside me, you happy little Native American.
What if he transforms? Raul's going to go to the car door, and then Trax transforms, so it's his ass that Raul steps into.
I call this the Richard Gere. Get in there.
Put on your hamster hat.
and the fur coat. Oh, Jesus.
I'll send you this Raul. I'm going to send him just in a regular fucking standard sized envelope.
No, don't do it. Dude, Bobby did that with the fucking Carnifex hook. And like all I got was an empty envelope with shit missing. Oh.
Bobby did what?
He's story time. Back when Lenny was on the podcast and he was doing photos for the guys at MMC, he sent Bobby 2 hooks, one for him and one for me, because we both had an MMC Carnifex. So Bobby sent it to me in a regular envelope, just the hook. And what I got in the mail was just a busted open envelope.
Didn't he tell the mailman who he was?
This was before he was popular, Gregory, if you remember correctly. Back when, he was like, oh, man, I wish I got questions on my videos.
Mm-hmm.
But
speaking of questions, we did actually post a request for questions. So go through with everybody else, and then we'll see what people's questions are. Maybe they ask.
All right.
Maybe they'll take a discussion somewhere.
Yeah, Greg, what'd you get this week?
What didn't I get this week, Robert? I'm sorry.
Did get
Oscar.
X-Transbots Motormaster.
No, I didn't.
Did you?
I got
Did you
that
get Gravestone?
Weeks ago.
Or
I got Gravestone a while ago.
You broke it.
I like Gravestone.
I
didn't break it. What the fuck are you talking about? No, I got Lock, and let me tell you, that thing, it's a piece of.
Where's my phone?
Piece of work.
The piece of something.
Not happy with him?
No, that thing's fucking garbage. So I got
Is
finally.
that the X-Transbots? What's his face? Cup.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't even say his name. Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna transform it, because I was like, I can, it's already, it's fucked. Everybody knows it's fucked. They're supposed to be taking them back, I think. I don't know what the story is. I read in a group that they were doing a recall. I don't know, or they're doing something. I'm waiting to hear after Chinese New Year. Well, I was like, fuck, I'll try to transform it. I got the third step, and this piece just fell off. It was held on by a screw. Should have been a pin. And I'm like, oh, let me put that screw back in there. And there was this little piece of flash that was in there. And I was like, oh, maybe this little piece of flash, this little fleck of plastic I can see through. Maybe this is causing some trouble. Flicked it out. It turns out that little fleck, that little chunk, uneven chunk of flash plastic, that was actually the channel that the screw was supposed to be held in.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What a piece of garbage.
Yeah, it's bad.
That's a shame. I mean, I really liked the way he looked, but I never pre-ordered him because I had Fan Toys Coop. You know?
Yeah.
And then, like, people were showing comparison pics. Oh, X-Transbot's so much better. Oh, my God. And then in came the broken lock pics. You know? Oh, what did I do wrong? Help me. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't a case of, like, one or two people had issues and, you know, like, everyone's blowing it up. I mean, it's a case of, like, everyone's having issues and, like, one or two people are just like, I don't have issues.
How does Keith send that out like that? Like, I guess he didn't check any of them personally.
No. That's why supposedly they're taking them back, but I don't know.
They're not taking them back.
Matter.
They are not taking them back. That's bullshit.
Who sent out all those ruined locks? Matter.
There's gonna be some like freaking hook where it's like, oh, buy our next figure and you get this accessory to fix them. It's a fucking vial of glue. I saw people when the first images were posted on Facebook, and it was just like, oh, and X-Transbots claimed, I think it was either X-Transbots or Dame Chalk claimed that it was like a mind-bending transformation. And I was like, that looks like it's gonna fucking break. That looks like shit. People are gushing all over it.
That's hilarious.
Even whoever, I think Keith was Mr. Chubby Fingers. Somebody doing that transformation had long ass nails and chubby little fingers. And
it was low pain for Big Trouble in Little China.
It was baby low pan. It was like little 12-year-old chubby
you open
low
up
pan.
the handle, then you remove the arm, flip over.
Transformers
girl
don't
with
come
green
with
eyes. Transformer has green eyes.
Transformers don't come with green eyes. But even the dude transforming it couldn't do it.
Trouble,
he was getting in the weeds. And I was like, that's a problem. That is a problem because, you know, that's one thing I hate about, like, I almost feel like if you're going to review a transformation, I don't know, it might be fun to do it first shot. Like, okay, this is the transformation, like, cold. It's one thing, okay, yes, it is helpful to show people how to transform a figure. So that also has its place. But it'll also be fun to show the first shot because then you really get to see when people get stuck in the weeds and when people have a problem with the instructions. So you don't get, at least you're not so frustrated when it happens to you. Because half the people out there don't admit to it. I mean, shit. Greg never even claims he doesn't even use it in fucking instructions. He's ashamed of it. He's ashamed to admit that he gets frustrated.
True story.
Okay.
He's yelling back at me, but
he's muted.
He's muted.
Probably muted himself again.
Cringer was like, "Oh my god!" Hit mute.
Oh, I did mute myself because I had to.
Meow.
No, if I get frustrated, I just watch it. I find that part in the video and I watch it, and then I go back to doing it. And I don't usually have trouble. Just kind of depends on the figure.
What?
It depends on what it is.
Why? Do you mean whatever pops up first on YouTube? Or are you
no, it depends on what it is. Like
I think Jobby the Hong will teach me better about Lock. Let's try Jobby.
Oh, I didn't watch anything on Lock. I'm just like.
Who are your go-to transformation reviewers nowadays?
It depends on the company and what it is.
The fuck? What do you mean? Okay, Fans Toys.
I don't usually need them for Fans Toys.
Now he's gonna say he never needs them. So what else do you need it for then?
If it's like Mastermind, I'll look at Pake. since he does the official videos anyway. If it's something random, I'll find somebody like if it's just 1 or 2 steps, they can usually find it in Ben's video pretty quick. If it's something I know Bobby's done, I'll go back and look at one of his.
Oh, you can't watch Bobby. You cannot use Bobby for transformations.
Well, just like 1 or 2 steps I can.
Because he'll be like, oh, you just get all this sorted out and just mush all this stuff this way and fucking broke it. I don't care. It's not mine.
I'm going to break it. I'm going to complain that it's bad.
Yeah.
Love you, Bobby, but come on.
A lot of times when I need where it's like when you're first trying to start it. Like, you know how you got to open it like an orange? Like, a lot of figures, you just got to find that spot to start with, like a puzzle box.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'll look and see where to start it, and then usually from there I'm pretty good. Unless it's something that's not super clear. Or, like, if it's got multiple configurations and there's, like, a piece that triples, that does double, triple work, like a hinge or something. That's, like, double hinged and then on a swivel or a double hinge and, like, you know, the bar swings around to the other side. Like, I'll look and see what to do.
Right, because we've all been there when you're using the instructions and you realize you did it the wrong way, and now you're lost.
And you're like, well, what do I do here? And then you look at the instructions, and like you find the part, and you find the step, and then you see the part you're working is completely blacked out. And they're like, oh. And there's like 3 different arrows pointing in different directions.
Exclamation point.
Yeah, there's like a little Chinese character. An exclamation point. I'm like, oh, well.
Oh, sad onion face, yeah.
I love it with like, this purple potato. The pictures are really small, and I think of the instructions right here. There was, if I recall, there was one place, where they're trying to show you something you got to do, and like the highlighted piece is like really small and behind what it's behind the picture, and you're like, what the fuck? The part with the hip, you got to twist the hip flap down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is that? That's when I gave up. I was like, what is that? I don't understand you. I have to watch a video now again.
Well, what ate me up there was that if you notice, they cut down on how much mold space they needed. So they made a lot of parts where they could go on either side, like the hips. Like most of the calf is the same on both sides. There's just there's like 2 panels. So I mean, they probably saved half a fucking mold, just on that part alone. But for that reason, there's those panels on both sides, on both hips, but you only need to do one set of panels.
Right.
And I was so fucking confused. I was like, what the huh? But yeah.
This is just stupid. Yeah, I'm just even looking at these instructions now, and I'm reliving trauma.
I think that's a big thing. Is like so many, like even Takara is not even immune to this. There's so many manufacturers out there who I don't understand why they need to save, like pennies on a couple pieces of paper, because like things are so ridiculously small. Like you cannot, there's no way in hell you can actually make out exactly what's going on in any given picture. Like that Lio convoy, Oscar, like that is a perfect example of it. Like it's not a complex transformation, all things considered. Like it's not. But the instructions are so small, and there's like 700 pictures to one page, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you can't make out what any one piece is or what it's telling you to do. And that's a problem. Like, that really should be something that I think companies are held more accountable for, because you are making these pieces, that are hundreds of dollars, and like, you can blame a fan for breaking your toy and be like, well, you should have been more gentle with it. But like half the time the instructions aren't clear. Like I love to rib on Bobby about that Unicron from Zeta, but like if you didn't realize how that piece worked, like it's completely understandable why Bobby broke that tab the way he did, because the instructions don't clearly tell you that. They don't. So I don't know, just that stuff kind of pisses me off with especially this hobby, because it is so expensive,
Yeah. Oh boy, I'm never transforming the Zeta, and I'm never transforming the HasLab, and I got one for each mode. I'm done with that. I don't have no need to transform them.
Okay, Greg, what else did you get, buddy?
Hold on one second. Let me finish typing this out. I'm trying to teach a special needs guy English.
Stop talking about Oscar like that.
Yeah. So speaking of Oscar, and speaking of the Pac-Man face, we got that cup noodle Bandai model kit.
Oh yeah, how's that?
I don't know. We're gonna do it together. But Kit pointed out to me when she opened it that there are actually instructions that say, "Do not eat plastic model kit, not noodles." And there's actually a red slash through a pot, like a pot you'd boil water in, and a cup with steam coming off of it. Like, don't pour hot water in here. And then there's the face, the Pac-Man face with a spiky ball going in the mouth and a red line through it.
Oh, baby onion.
Yeah, baby onion. No, this is adult onion, and it doesn't have the little. It doesn't have
a little curl on the head. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got Naval Commander.
Yay!
He's the commander of all belly buttons.
Shut up, Robert. How's he doing?
He's okay. He's fine. Some QC issues on that thing too.
Such as?
Nothing catastrophic. There's a couple that people are having with joints. And I think those are kind of user error. If looking at those after doing the transformation myself, I can see how it's user error, but whatever. I would expect some Fans Hobby to hold up a little better to that type of user error. Being who they are and their experience in the industry, they should know how to deal with ham-handed customers.
I don't know,
and then
man,
like that red plastic, those little cracks in the chest part that they acknowledge before anybody else, and they're working on a fix after Chinese New Year. And mine did come missing a pointer finger on one of the Super Robot hands. It was pinned on, so it didn't like break or anything. It just wasn't there. But I'll get that sorted. I'll just get another hand and screw it on. It'll be fun. But yeah, he's okay. I have no.
Greg, Fans Hobby plastic. I had Scourge, and I took them off the shelf, and like a couple of things just broke on them, like brittly. The plastic, something's weird about it. It can be flawed, which is weird because it's super hard plastic. Anyway, sorry.
Maybe they're a piece of shit. We should make a post about them too. Remind me after the show and I'll do it.
I like how you think. Not.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, he's okay. I don't have any
you
connection
got
to it.
American joke.
I don't have any connection to the character. It's just another Prime that I wanted. So I'll get the what's the next one? Energon, Cybertron, whatever the next one is.
Yeah, that's my plan too. So
just to have it, just because it's a Prime, and I'll get a Megatron too. I like those. I like Prison Shank Megatron with this little flippy knife in his hand.
Please tell me you said Shank.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, the Armada Megatron toy. He has a feature. There's a little lever in his arm, and there's a spring-loaded knife that flips into his hand, and it just looks like a prison shank.
Stop saying that word. Say shank.
Why? I don't know what that word means.
Have a chocolate bar.
So I got to round out my Legend Seekers. I got the New Age Coneheads and Lightning, or whatever his name is. Yeah, they're gonna go with my Unicron too in some way, shape, or form. I got and also to go with my Unicron for my little movie display. I got the Astro Train, whoever they are this week. The Iron Sky.
God. You suck.
Yeah, well. I got Devil Savior. I got the Red Pants guy. I don't remember his name, like whatever that one is. I don't even remember the actual character's name. The last one that came out, I got him. I haven't even opened him yet. I got Optus Pexus. I got the MMC IDW Megatron, and I got the Rodimus with the Lost Light colors. And then finally finish up my DJD. So far, I've gotten Nickel and the Pet. Those came first. But I have other ones that just aren't here yet. There was another box that got held up in the snow. The weather. Those will be here sometime, whenever they get here. I got Chrome Dome and Rewind. The reformatted Chrome Dome and Rewind for my Lost Light crew. And Rewind. Nice. I really like them. They
look fun.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, there's things that could be better, but there's always things that could be better. But I mean, what they do everything well. Like, there's nothing on there that's lacking. Like tolerances, quality. There's no like messed up joints. I didn't have to oil anything. I didn't have to tighten anything. You know, I don't feel like anything's gonna break. It ain't turned me gay.
Yet.
They're fine. And then I got another Make Toys Trash Talk because I had sold mine a long time ago and regretted it. I was able to get another one.
Which one's that?
Swerve. And then I got his accessories that I don't really care about.
What the fuck? You got all these older figures. What did TF Source have like an estate sale?
No, just able to go back and pick up some stuff that I missed now that there's not really a lot for me to. There's not a lot of new stuff really coming out that I want.
Makes you wonder: is this like going to be a long-term drought? You know.
Mm-hmm. What else did I get? I got some other stuff too.
Turtles.
Turtle.
Did you get a turtle?
I ain't getting turtle. I got this today. I haven't opened it yet. I just took it out of the box because I wanted to throw the box away before I came inside because I don't want all this clutter because I have too much clutter. I need to clean up and boxes throw away. I got the Mafex Spider-Verse Miles Morales.
Oh, good.
And his 73 hands, 15 head sculpts, enough webbing options to make Robert have a fucking aneurysm.
Yes.
Couple pairs of sneakers. It looks pretty cool. I like that movie a lot. Every time I watch it, I like it more. So I had to get him. And I saw the Marvel Legends ones at Target, and I was going to be like, let's get the Marvel Legends ones. So I canceled my pre-orders for the Bayfex. But after seeing them, I was just like, no, I'll spend the extra couple dollars. To get something, because like apparently I don't know, I'm tired. I'm fucking tired. I didn't get much sleep, and I had to get up early for a doctor's appointment over the phone, and it was just like going to the real doctor. They kept me on hold for 2 hours just to tell me everything was okay, and to see him again in 6 months. So
that's good. That's good news. Waiting to hear. Worth waiting for.
Well, as a doctor, it's always fun. I mean, it's like one of the doctors where I'm not really concerned right now. That's been that's a problem that's ironed out. I got a speaking of ironing out kinks, I got a 3D printed adapter piece from eBay to connect the DX9 Wild Rider to the back of the leg in a way that actually works.
I've heard all about that piece.
It works a little too well because I can't actually get it to pop in, so I'm gonna have to sand it. But I didn't feel like messing with it Saturday, so I just put it to the side. So I'm gonna have to do some work to get it to fit right. But it's it's 3D printed, so there's gonna be a little extra work on your part to to get it to work. But yeah, that was one of my big complaints with that set, was that that figure kept falling off, and that and the hips are weird. But I got Purple Potato just for revenge mode.
Did you get the Dr. Wu Galvatron?
No, I don't. No. The
You don't want the little one?
waterhead babies without being water. They're like little watermelon babies. No, I don't want those.
They're like little Oompa Loompas. They're not waterhead babies.
No,
Oh, I also got Master Made Devastator. See, I knew I forgot something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you hate those too, though.
No, I like him. It was just it's long haul that sucks. He's the only one that really is annoying. He's not built right.
You hate him.
He's got pins that just slide out, slide him right back in. It's just not built right.
Just fell out all over the table, right out of the box.
No, I'll transform.
The mailman knocked on my door, and he had the box
them
in my
like
hand.
the asteroid hates the Earth.
And he had a handful of little pieces in the other, and he was like, "These just fell out all over the road."
Yeah, sorry, I broke it.
You didn't break. It just comes apart. It's weird. You can put it right back together again. It's built like that. It's weird. It's not. He's not good, but overall, Devastator is really fun. So that came too. Sorry, Gregors. Didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No, you're fine. I think
maybe you should write down what you get every day.
No, I can't read.
Yeah.
Oh, I just went and pulled up my last. I just went up and pulled up my last shipping notice to make sure I didn't miss anything.
That's what I do.
No, that's
whenever I
that's what I got. Yeah, I'm getting everything shipped, and I'm not getting like one or two things. I'm having everything shipped in bulk right now, just due to the way that the shipping and everything is. Like with the weather and whatnot, it's harder to lose one big package than it is to lose one little package. So I'm just having everything shipped at once.
Well, aren't you putting all your eggs in one basket at that point?
I am putting all my eggs in one basket, Robert.
Isn't there a saying against doing
Derek
that?
Greg.
I put all my doctor eggs in one basket.
How many doctor eggs did you get?
9.
Wow. Honestly, one's enough.
I got 1 for display, 1 to keep sealed in box, and I got 7 for parts.
And 1 to put up your butt. And you're like, here, push this remote. And you just hear it coming out of your stomach.
No, I kind of take the battery out of that fucking thing, because that thing would just randomly go off. And Cringer would get offended by it. And he would start messing with it, and it would start like spinning and shit, because he'd bump it and activate it. And I guess he was hitting the button on it or whatever. And then, of course, that was a challenge to him. So he was like, he'd keep fucking with it. Like, they knocked on the floor a couple times, and I was just like, yeah, no. So I took the battery out of it.
How's your hedgehog doing?
So they're good. They're both good.
You have 2 now?
I've had 2.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've had 2. They're both good. They're getting up at night, eating a bunch of cat food. One's kind of pissed because we hadn't had any worms in a while, because for whatever reason, it's hard to get the worms right now. I don't know if I think a big supplier or something happened. I don't know. Like PetSmart doesn't have them anymore. She won't eat anything else. She'll only eat the super worms. But the other one doesn't care. The other one doesn't like the worms. She just eats. Yeah, they're like mealworms, but they're engineered to be bigger, and they don't go into their next stage. They say larva, so they'll never turn into moths or whatever. So they just stay fat little hedgehog snacks. And they're much bigger. So
okay. Justin, what'd you get this week?
Not done yet.
Okay. Go ahead.
I wasn't done yet. I was also going to say I missed you guys last week.
You too.
Okay, I'm done.
Excellent. I did not get any Transformers, not for lack of trying. I should have something hopefully soon if it ever ends up showing up from old BBTS. But all I got this week was a new charger for my laptop because, the young dog decided, looks like something fun to eat. I'm like, who the fuck eats a wire? So she's fine, but the wire was not. So, yes, I got a new cord. So it was close. I was like, oh, not doing the show this week, and then it came. So, oh well, here I am.
How's new dog life?
She's good. She's fine. So she's getting along pretty well. So can't complain.
What
All
breed is
things
she
considered.
again?
Pomeranian. She's crazy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You like barking, I guess. Jesus.
Yeah, she's not too bad. She doesn't bark too much. Actually, the older dog we have is like drastically worse at barking than she is. So, and he's a boxer beagle mix. So he's old. He's like, how old is he now? 13, 14? He's old. So
what's his name?
Chase.
Chip?
Chase. Just minus the chip, just Chase.
You should call him Chase Chip. Give
Yes.
him a little doggy wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him to shut the fuck up.
He could use one at this point in his life.
Probably
so.
needs one after chewing on that wire.
Yeah. No, that's the Pomeranian who ate the wire. She's fine. So.
Oh.
Yeah, she's crazy. But she's good. She's a good dog.
You're crazy.
Yeah, she is.
What's her name?
Stella.
Stella.
Yeah, it was Starla, and we didn't like Starla, so we tried to keep it similar but different. So she used to be Amish.
You got her from... All right, you got her from Amish.
That's right.
People.
She's Amish.
Wait, who's Amish?
My dog.
Stella.
Oh, I stepped away.
Yeah.
No one saw the note, but in the chat, but I stepped away for a second.
I saw it.
You got an Amish dog?
Yeah, we've had her for how long now? Like a couple months. I don't know. I don't even know how long it's been.
Is she good at choring?
Yeah, I wish. So I've tried. So.
I hear them Amish. They like choring.
Yeah, I know. She likes chewing. It's close. So. It actually drives me crazy because like you get her a bunch of dog toys, as you do. Just like any actual kid, you get them toys and they don't give a shit about the actual toy. They'd rather do something else that they're not supposed to be doing. So like I came in and like you're chewing. Like I come into my office and my other dogs are lying there and she's sitting there just like, yeah, I'm gonna eat the corner of your desk. How's that look? Like fuck you, dog. But yeah.
Silly Pomeranians.
That's what they do.
What's that, Greg?
I said that's what they do.
Yep, pretty much. So that's all I got. Hopefully,
go.
BBTS said that I was supposed to have something here last week, and it's BBTS. They didn't ship it till last week, so someday in the near future, hopefully. But we'll see.
Someday.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually, let me go look this up. Hold on. I'm going on BBTS right now. I want to look at my account. Yes, log me in. Shipments. View shipment. Should have been here on... Where is it? Should have been here on the 18th of February. Is what their FedEx number. They created that. And did not drop it off until the 16th of February. And they use that slow-ass FedEx. They don't use the quick FedEx. So, yeah. It'll get here someday. I think it's in Virginia now.
What is?
My BBTS shipment.
Oh.
Yeah, BBTS. They're like, yeah, we'll get it to you someday in your life.
You mean your BBTS shipment?
Shipment, yes.
I mean, it's probably like a crate.
Yeah, they're not shipping me that much stuff this time. This is like BBTS. I do increasingly less business with because I don't know. I just haven't. And this time is like they're like, hey, you got to ship your stuff now. Like you're out of time. I'm like, okay, fine, ship whatever's there. And it's like most of it is not really stuff that I'm super excited about. The only thing in there that I am excited about, I think, like really excited to get is the Fans Toy Smokey should be there. So that's at least something to be excited about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you get, Oscar?
Meow.
Oh no! Wait, I'm sorry.
Smokey
Smokey is not in there. That's right, because I was like, Smokey's dropping everywhere, and BBTS is like, you gotta ship your shit, and I'm like, but Smokey comes out, and they're like, you gotta ship your shit. So, sorry, no Smokey
were
there.
in that shipment though? Or
how many things?
How long was it waiting? How long was the shipment on hold?
4, 5, 6 things in there.
But how long was it on hold?
I don't know. Whenever the fuck the Black Power Ranger, the BBTS or the BBTS, the Hasbro Lightning Collection, Black Ranger released, which has been a while.
Oh, racist.
Yeah. So it's been building for a little while, but there's only 6 things in there. Like 2 of them are Power Rangers. There's a couple Earthrise things that hit all at one time, and there's a Figuarts Dragon Ball figure in there, and that's it. So.
What figure arts Dragon Ball?
Jiren, the full power Jiren from Dragon Ball Super.
Full power.
Yeah. And then Dragon Ball's like, hey, you want to get all this stuff? I'm like, I do not. They're like, you can get Raditz, he'll only be $90. I'm like, no, thank you.
I know.
I'm like, that is entirely too expensive for a character that I do not... Like, I think Raditz is cool. I wouldn't mind owning a Figuarts Raditz, but not $90 owning a Figuarts Raditz. Like, no thanks. Like, this needs to be a drastically less expensive Raditz. So.
When I'm watching the show, I want the figures, but when it's over, I don't want them anymore. It's weird.
You know how I quenched that? I played Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse.
That's a great game. I love that one.
You can play as any character in the series, just about. So,
or make your own.
The urge of dropping $120 at a time on SH Figuart DBZ figures. So, that's one way.
Yeah, or make your own.
Yeah.
So, I love Xenoverse. Would you, Oscar? Would you ever? I remember you got the Kakarot game. What did you ever think about that?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty good. It's a lot of character building. I like it. It's weird because having played a lot of Dragon Ball Z games where you replay the story over.
That's one of the biggest gripes I think of any Dragon Ball game is like, we're just gonna go ahead and rehash the same stuff again. And it's like, I mean, I get it. How much content can you milk out of it? But at the same time, it's like, can't we come up with like anything else we could be doing?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's just a different take because it has. Yeah, what?
Go ahead.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
It's a different take because what?
No, go ahead. I'm done.
Nope. Oh, come on.
I'm done. No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Nope.
Go ahead.
Ah, yes, our daily allowance of butt hurt.
All right, buddy. But I just downloaded. You remember the game Command and Conquer? Not Command and Conquer. The other one, Age of Empires.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they have it for mobile now.
Badell loves that game, so they have it for mobile.
I got it on the. Does she have it on the phone?
No, we've got a copy on Steam, so that's what she's been playing it on.
What's Steam?
Steam is okay. So I don't know how familiar you are with the various companies that are out there, but Half-Life, the game Half-Life.
Yeah.
Okay, so Valve is the company that made Half-Life, and then Valve went on to make their own service called Steam, and they really don't make that many games anymore, even though they just made a new game relatively recently. But what it is a big online storefront for like a bunch of different developers. So like, they get a cut of it, and like they're your online GameStop basically, and then they hold your whole library. Like they have a lot of cool features where like you can even stream like my Mac can't play all the PC games, right? But like I can keep my PC on and I can actually open Steam and and have it link with my desktop computer to play it on the desktop that's streaming to my Mac. So the Mac now can play it by way of my desktop.
Jesus.
Like, it's cool. So it's a nice service, and they always offer like some ridiculous discounts, and you can put things on a wish list, and they'll be like, hey, that thing that you wanted, it's on sale right now. And then you're like, I should buy it even though I'm not going to play it. So, yeah.
So complicated.
Yeah,
Holy
but
fuck.
it's a nice way to get some of these older games into a library that's kind of nice and manageable and everything. So,
Age of Empires is timeless. I wish I still had the original.
Well, if you're on Steam, you can have the original.
Listen, you newfangled tech.
It's only, I think, well, they have the original new Age of Empires, and then they have the definitive edition, which is the original, but like with better graphics and stuff. Like they redid the graphics. And, yeah, I mean, you can access the original through it still, but it's like $20 for the quote-unquote remastered version. So,
what's Bedell's go-to unit?
I don't know. I haven't actually sat there and watched her play, so I couldn't tell you. So, yeah,
All right.
what can you do?
Sorry, I cut you off, Oscar.
No, it's fine. I'm done. So, you said you posted questions on the Facebook page?
Yes. Got one obnoxious question.
All right, let's hear them. Let's hear one of the questions.
I want to see it.
I just lost it. Where are you?
Oh, don't worry. I bet I got it right here. How many pre-orders does Robert Deep Pockets have currently? How many doubles and how many triples of each order?
That's the most boring question in the world.
That's from Tyler over at Stasis Lock.
Formerly of Stasis Lock.
Pre-orders don't count, man. Pre-orders don't count. Unless you are, like, for some reason paying for your pre-orders, which makes no sense. The only time you might want to pay for your pre-order is when you hear it's dropping soon. Then go in and pay it so that you're in the front of the line.
I think the problem that is trying to be addressed here is, have you actually taken any stock of your inventory of things that you have pre-ordered, or are you going to get like seven Smokies because you didn't remember you were pre-ordered on 6 different sites?
Oh, I see.
That'd be my guess.
Let's see. In one place, let's see. I have 18 pre-orders at BBTS.
Hey,
Fans
Robert, while you're looking for your pre-orders, I just came across that picture of the Waterhead Baby Constructicon alt modes that you posted.
Yes.
And is that Scavenger? Scavenger looks like one of those like 3-year-old Transformer figures. Like, what was the one that turned into like the crane and then turned into a dinosaur? But I think it was under the Transformers brand.
I don't know.
Oh, he looks like he looks like yeah.
Well,
sorry, I just missed it.
The thing is, I don't mind having things duplicate pre-ordered on BBTS, and if they come sooner with another site, then I'll just not pay. Like, because I have an old card on file, so it'll be like, oh, decline payment notice. I'm like, that's okay, I don't want it anymore. And it'll just die. Like here, I got 2 Fans Toys Outriders. That's what's his face, Trailbreaker. So those, if they ever come out, I want them. But I got all the Magic Square Stunticons, and I'm probably not going to need that then. I'll let it die. But I got Fans Toys Berserk. That's also there in BBTS, which I'd love to take. But that's the thing. It happens rarely, but it's usually not that I have a pre-order in one site and a pre-order in another, and then they both hit. It's I accidentally pre-ordered 2, or I pre-order from the same site. Like Chosen Prime has for me, like I like BBTS's website the most because you can see what the pre-orders are. You can see what the toys are in your pre-order list. Chosen Prime doesn't do that. You just see what the order number is and how much it is, and you have to click each one and figure it out. And like Robo Toy Base is like that too, and that's even worse. They are even more confusing. So I get caught up sometimes, you know. So it's happened, but nothing right now. You know, I don't really. He's chosen Prime at BBTS, and BBTS is always super late. So like, they haven't even given me the declined payment notice for Iron Factory Ultra Magnus yet. You know, and I got that guy like what 2-3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's not really an issue. You know, but no, that's it.
Yeah, BBTS is super slow. They're like, if you are into, you know, trying to be like on the front edge of, you know, something coming in, like they are not the ones to get anymore. Like they are so friggin' slow.
Yeah. And Azalea just came and stole my phone, so I can't look at any more pre-orders. I can on the computer that I'm in front of too, but no, I mean, yeah, it's fine though. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. I mean, it happened with Zeta Unicron. I had ordered one with Show Z, and I forgot. Maybe they had been one of the first to do the pre-order. I think. I don't know why I ordered one with Show Z, and then eventually I ordered one. I think it was Robo Toy, but I forget who I ordered. The other one that came quickly, and then like 8 months later, I just got this random fucking Unicron in the mail, and I realized, God damn it, you know. And I looked in my emails, and I was sending. I remember, like, I thought they were. I didn't know about Show Z, and I thought I got scammed, and I was just sending them nasty emails, and they never responded because I never got any information confirming my order, and that was in the beginning. I had totally forgotten about that. You know, there's a downside with pre-orders, but. You know, I'll rarely pay a pre-order. The only pre-orders you pay that I pay for like Flame Toys, you know. But even now, I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna collect everything they put out because the Megatron's great, but it's not Prime. Their Prime is iconic, even though it's not G1, it's IDW, but it's still iconic. You know, and I guess if I had to have read the comics to appreciate the Megatron, but it's my understanding he wasn't this gun to me, with his little purple wing feathers and everything. You know, so I don't know. I'm kind of shivering in my booties that I pre-ordered because I got the Star Saber, and I got the what's his face. Why do I just forget his name? What's his name? The Lion. What's the lion's name?
Victory Leo.
Victory Leo. You know, that guy's coming. And I'm probably not going to combine them because I've never liked how any version of that character looks combined. I don't even have the MP and the Simba combined. You know, never did it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I just feel like I'm wasting a lot of money. It's too much money. If you're going to spend that much money, you need to love what you're getting. And I don't love it. You know, like I took down cleaning my shelf Power Baser, and this thing is a fucking chungus. He's a badass chungus. That's what Azalea calls me, a chungus. And this guy is awesome. I'm so glad I got this guy. You know, and nowhere near as expensive as Flame Toys. But
did you get the first Power Baser, or did you get the second release of him, the one with the better hips or the worse hips?
How do I know?
Well, I don't know. Did you get him in the initial, like when he was first released, or did you get him like, you know, like a year or two later or whatever?
No, I got him initially, but there's nothing wrong with his hips. What's wrong with his hips?
If you were to combine him, you wouldn't know. So
he is combined. Oh, you mean with the wings?
With the whatever the other one is, God Bomber.
Yeah, I never wanted to go with the God Bomber.
Yeah, that God Bomber, like it's a shame because it's like he should have come with fucking hips for anyone who had the original release, because like it flat out cannot hold its own weight up. You know, like
I hate that.
Yeah, and it sucks because like it's a great figure. You know, like why the hell is mine gimped? You know, as a result, because you know I bought into your first release, and now mine can't actually support the weight of what came after it. Like that sucks. So.
Well, you know what's weird is you would expect them to, give you a replacement part.
Yeah.
That kind of has become the norm. You know, like here you go, or you shouldn't have to buy it. They should include it.
Right.
You know, if you have the original release, here's a replacement hip.
And as far as I understand, and I'm not 100% sure. I think like a later release came with like a different head that you could put on that was like comic accurate head. And they did release that as an upgrade kit you could buy separate if you had the first release, which I think is also bullshit. But like, why would you not at least have put in the hip upgrades or whatever with that too? Like, there's just no option to, increase the how good those hips are. So. I don't know, stupid.
There is something I wanted to show you guys, and I'm glad I wanted to know what your thoughts were on this. Here. Did you guys see this? Just put it in the... Jesus, we don't chat anymore, guys. I'm like looking for the G3 and it's like non-existent. Greg, you really killed that chat. Killed it. Mr. Mute. Here, I want your thoughts. I'm just going to send it to SCU. Come on, here. Did you guys see this? The fuck? Hold on. You really get dumbed down to, depending on a mobile device. So does this work? Yeah, that worked. That's one image. Did you guys see that?
What's up?
Nope.
Kang toys.
Kang toys?
Mm-hmm. Fucking Kang
Well,
toys.
what is that supposed to be?
Dinobots.
Oh, that's fun. They can do that if they want.
I mean, they're gonna go out of business if they do this. It looks like somebody said
absolute shit.
They look like garbage.
I'm sure somebody will buy them.
Somebody said it looks like
a company does not make decisions like this if this is their only gig, or unless they're bad cube and they're retarded. But yeah, like a company doesn't do like super stylized things like this unless like they've got other stuff going for them. I'm sure they'll be fine. I don't think this was Kang Toys' first foray into producing.
Is this the same? Is this this is not? What kind of dinosaur is this?
Wait, these aren't Dinobots. This is this is that thing from Power Rangers.
No, it's not.
It does look like it.
That's what I thought it was when I first saw it. I was like, why is the color weird?
Titanus was his name, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not.
Yes, that is correct.
Wow.
What's going on here? No, but look at Snarl. I mean, don't assume his what? I don't know.
I mean, look at Snarl.
That's just terrible.
Thick.
I mean, look at Snarl.
I mean, look.
That's just bad. Somebody said it looks like they combine. I mean, I don't see it, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh,
and then, what's that on the right? Is that are those Seacons? Are they teasing?
Yep.
Are those the TFC ones?
Whoa. What is that in between? What is that red one? Is that their... Yeah, what is that?
That's Rampage. He's out already.
Oh, I see now. I see the whole picture. I was like, okay, I see now. This is a weird...
Is this supposed to be
TFC?
TFC?
This is a weird, like, chart thing
maybe
they made.
Well, this could be the same company. I mean, they could have designed those two or had something to do with those two. Or maybe they're just showing them in with other...
But they're not the same size as the TFC figures. Not by a long shot.
No.
So why are they showing them with the TFC Seacons?
And
who's that guy on the...
Because I guess they want to, Robert. God.
Oh, boy. Move it along. God.
Notorious.
What is that sketch between Snarl and Headstrong?
That's a vagina.
Who is that?
Does it look like a vagina? Hold on.
That looks like Tantrum. Because first off, the guy on the left is Tantrum. It looks like a sketch of Tantrum.
No, really? I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Tantrum.
Like a
So it's him with his
wireframe
own
model.
sketch.
Ow!
Where did you find these?
On the Facebooks.
You believe everything you read on the Facebooks, Robert?
Yeah.
What is this? Hold on. So I don't like using my computer because if you fuck with the screen size, you just can't see shit. Right, come on, piece of shit. I think it's Dame Chalk yesterday. I can tag you if you want. People are loving it. People are like, yes! Finally, someone tackled Fans Project Dinobots again. Yes!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I can finally sleep in peace because I finally have some sexualized Dinobots that can fuck one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yes! Ah!
Snarl looks
Can't
like
stop
shrapnel.
Oh, man, and I'm gonna have them mount fucking sludge, and they're just gonna fucking bump uglies. Oh, just so hot right now. I hope they combine so when they can become one. Oh.
You okay?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
You know, playing the role of incel.
Have you ever had a Twisted Tea?
Yeah, several.
Are they good?
Yeah, they're not bad, yeah. In fact, we started delivering them to the Central Florida area back when I was a beer man years ago.
They're that old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. They came out first in the 24-ounce cans, the one that guy fucking straight up ate to the face. And then they sold them in 6-pack bottles and then 12-pack cans and 12-pack bottles. For a while they had 18 packs, but they weren't moving that well, so they just stuck with the 6-packs and 24-ounces.
That'd be a fun kegger. Put it in a keg for a party.
Eesh. They're good to have once in a while. I don't see people polishing them off like 6 at a time. I just don't. They're way too sweet.
Ew. Is it weird that I have my Cyclonus riding my revenge like the end of Doctor Strangelove? He's like, woo!
No.
All right, what's the next question?
That's it. And then Azalea stole my phone, so I don't even know what the questions are.
There are no questions. That was it. That was the last one.
It was the one.
Has anyone checked their Gmail account in a while? Let me check that. Let me check that bad bitch.
We had a bunch of questions that first time. We didn't even answer them all. Purple potato. We're gonna plant it. We're gonna. How many frames is this? 1, 2, 3. Okay, that doesn't count. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like 24 panels.
I got one. I've got a question.
MP collector. You go ahead. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah. Upon reflection, do you think the Bayverse inclusion in the Masterpiece line was a net positive for our hobby? I'm thinking about both official and third-party additions to our Masterpiece collections. Put another way, is the Masterpiece line better off for the Bay films, or would our collections look better to get car and third-party stuck to G1? MP collector fanboy number 1.
That's a good question.
I mean, that's I don't really know how to answer that question because that's super like. I mean, I don't. Do you think it was a positive? I mean, do you like it? If you like it, yeah. If you don't like it, it's not really a positive or a negative because you don't have to buy it. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to go by answering that question. You guys can have fun with it, but I don't know how to add anything to that.
Another person's trash is another person's treasure. It's just that simple. Some people like the Bayverse films. They're growing up watching them. They now have disposable income. I say let them have at it. Let them have their day in the sun. Let them buy their movie masterpiece Megatron, their god-awful ugly Ratchet, their immensely loose Starscream, and their easily disconnected Jazz. Let them have their fun with it. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? No one's putting a gun in your head telling you need to have this shit included into your G1 aesthetic collection. Nobody. Don't buy it. Don't brag on those that buy that shit. Let them fucking enjoy it. The fuck is the problem?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was pretty much gonna say the same thing as Oscar here. It's one of those things that's like, it has not enhanced my MP collection, but it hasn't taken away from my MP collection either, because like I just don't collect the movie stuff, you know. So yeah, I mean, if someone else is happy, that's great. I have no problems with anyone who wants to be happy. Like, that's why we are in this hobby, is to try hopefully find things that make us happy, right? And then yeah. So what do I give a shit if you know, are into the MP line, the MP movie line, and I'm not? Like, whatever. Like, it's fine. So I think that MP, or not necessarily MP, but movies in general have helped keep Transformers relevant. Like, I think it's pretty hard to argue that, like, whether you like them or not. Like, they did make big billion-dollar movies that, you know, kept Transformers as a franchise alive in people's minds. So,
yep.
You know, it's hard to argue that impact, I would say.
But, you know, we don't want to turn down the short order cook that happens to be a movie expert in screenwriting, you know, character development, world building. But you just got to flip those patties.
I would argue that Bayverse killed third party. And it's happening now. It didn't start in the beginning. If anything, the initial movies sparked a re-interest. It made us all go back to the movie theaters excited, even though up through Age of Extinction, right? I mean, Last Night, whatever the hell it was, all that stuff. Every time we went back, hoping the next one would be better, and we were disappointed, but still the excitement was there. And Prime also, I think, reinvigorated a lot of the older collectors, you know, to go back to the toy store. That's what got us going back to the toy store. But Bayverse led to the Bumblebee movie, which is great. But the stake in the merchandise put the pressure on to raid third party. And we've seen it happen, you know, with Unicron. We've seen it happen with, was it Unique Toys or DX9? They shut down. We still don't know what's going on with Fans Toys. There's still legit rumor out there that we might not see much more of them. Third party is strangulating, and it's because of the raids that are, you know, the great thing about third party for so long was, you know, they fly under the radar. There's such a small market share. No one gives a fuck. They don't, you know, they don't step on Hasbro's toes, so they're left alone. But then third party companies, some did, many did. Many started doing their own MP Movieverse stuff, and that caught Hasbro's attention. But at that point, Hasbro isn't isn't very discerning. They don't treat the issue with a scalpel. Why should they? If they're turning the screws, well, they're turning the screws on everyone, right? Like, hey, China, you want us to do our movies in your country? You better, you know, ramp up your enforcement. You know, you want us to produce our toys in your country? You better ramp up your enforcement. Although now they're in Vietnam, right? I don't know. But all these factors, you know, has got China and the Chinese government to enforce, you know, the copyright laws and the this, that, the other, and the claims. And you've got raids. We've seen many companies shut down at this point. And that's resulted in what? Lemon Tree, Purple Potato. Like, what the fuck are you? You're coming out of nowhere, and it's just obscure shit. And we're jumping at it. You know? And it's like, I don't think we're going to see, it sucks, but I don't think we're going to see too much more from too many different people, you know, companies, because of this, because of the raids, you know, because of the people getting arrested, you know, and that's down a chain, a direct result of the popularity of the Bayverse. So I would say it's harmed collectors. It initially sparked us to get back to the store and then to get online and see what all this online shopping is about. What is this BBTS? And what is this Make Toys little, what's his face? Like, you just got back, Greg, you know? What are all these little guys, you know? And we're flying on, but the funny thing was, if the movies at that point had fizzled, our interests were peaked now, and the third party world, you know, it was, the competition just grew and grew and grew. It would have still grown. But because the Bayverse grew and grew and grew, and then the fucking idiot third-party companies they dipped their toe into the Bayverse, and it was right when I feel like it all started triggering when all those, Prime, the Bumblebee movie Prime started coming out. I don't even know how many versions there are. Lemon Tree even did one. There's so many, and that's when the raids started. But even before that, with Cell, all this stuff. That's when the shit hit the fan.
Well, supposedly we're getting a reveal of a Takara Masterpiece movie Prime, so that might have something to do with with the whole thing about the Prime.
Yeah, but
which seems to be what they were looking for.
You brought their attention. And I don't think at that point they're like, oh, wait, not Fans Toys. Oh, wait, I don't know, KFC. This guy must live in a sewer. His factory must be at the basement level of a fucking, dilapidated nuclear power plant or something, because he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a shit. I love Keith for that scumbag with his broken toys. But, all these other companies, it's just I don't think Hasbro is saying, oh, only go after them.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, let the dogs out, let them out, go get them, raid everybody, shut them all down.
Mm-hmm.
So I think at the end of the day, it's harmed collecting, even though initially it benefited it. It's like the Alpha and the Omega, just like you, Greg.
Yep, just like me.
On one end, it also kind of helping inspire these engineers that take these figures, upscale them. Help them work at it to make it a little bit better, tweak it a little bit more than when its original release, its original predecessor. That's why you have people buying the oversized Bumblebee movie Optimus Primes, right? That's why you have Lemon Tree doing their version on a chug. What is that? That's a chug scale Optimus Prime they made from the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah.
I think it's helped inspire these guys to kind of move forward in that direction. It's also kind of hurt the collecting community a little bit, though.
But that's the funny thing. It actually was kind of dynamic. The mild competition that third party posed to Hasbro lit a fire under Hasbro's ass that I don't think we would have seen necessarily. When do you think you would have gotten ankle rockers on normal retail releases otherwise? Would you ever have seen a hot rod like that? Like if there was no true competition. Like it upped their game. It had to have had an effect on it. They had to have seen and known about these other toys being produced that collectors liked and were paying good money for. And then Hasbro turned around and charged more money for it.
I'm fairly certain that, it'd be naive to think that they did not know that these third-party companies didn't exist, up until that point. Like, that's totally naive to believe that. Like, I would not even be remotely surprised if, like, there were people at Hasbro who probably had some of these things, like, on their desk or something like that, but I think a lot of the things is like, especially G1, like Hasbro couldn't get the license for some of these things and stuff like that. And, you're probably not really stepping on too many toes, just putting yourself in the sights of Volkswagen when you make a knockoff, or not a knockoff, I should say, a third-party Bumblebee. I guess you could say it's a knockoff Bumblebee because it's not really Bumblebee; it's a third-party thing, right? But I think like that kind of was the leniency, right? And then like once you start going after the movies and stuff, which they do have these licenses with GM and things like that, and like you said, the Chinese movie industry there, like it's like. It's huge over there, right? And it's like you're probably exactly right. Like, hey, knock it off or we're done. Like we're not going to spend this money to film in your area anymore. Like it's not worth our time. So I definitely think that's probably what happened.
And having these licensing deals with companies like GM also puts pressure on Hasbro to put pressure on the place that they're producing their figures.
Yep, I would agree.
So we know, none of these companies should have ever dipped their toe in that stream. And I feel like that spelled the end of it. I really don't. What other Fans Toys reveal? We have a ton of Fans Toys reveals, but what new things have we seen? Anything?
Yeah,
not
much.
That hasn't come out yet, but
Smokey, that's about it. So
No, but that's not a new reveal.
No, it's not. It's a just a new release. So.
I mean, what? Anything? Any inkling of what's after? Fucking what's his face? Fortress Maximus, which is never gonna happen.
No, Fortress is not happening. Anyone who thinks it is stupid. So there's no way that
never
they're
say
releasing it.
never.
Yeah, like when they showed the pictures at that TFCon, the last TFCon I was at, I was like, no friggin' way. Like that's not happening because like nobody's gonna sink $500 into a leg and $500 into another leg. You know, like no, like there'd be like a handful of people that would be willing to do that. You know.
I'll tell you what though. Have you guys seen
Have you taken a good solid look at this fandom?
Yeah.
Have you seen the purchase pre-order prices on eBay for the HasLab Unicron? $2,000.
Yeah.
They're dumb enough to fucking do that. To be like, oh, that's only $500, man. Pay that off on your credit card in 5 months' time. Oh man. Oh, you'll get Fortress Maximus by 2025.
I got my tax return.
Oh no!
Yo.
It's here. It's just a giant leg on on the desk. Yes, it's here.
Just take a photo of the leg. Pretend the rest of the bot is out of the shot.
Oh, I got him here. I got a review sample. People making 30-minute YouTube videos reviewing a leg. Right. We've got articulation here.
Well, I got the whole figure, but my mom said I can't show you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll tell you what though. The HasLab thing, they've like since the videos came out and whatnot, people are so like the lovers, the HasLab lovers are just they're talking it up so much it's gonna benefit me because they're actually cheerleading the idea that he does not need his stand in robot mode and that he poses well, not with the stand.
He doesn't need any of the planet mode stuff either. You can make a whole planet.
Crap. That's fucking crap. That pissed me off when I saw that.
I saw that. I was like, somehow not even surprised. So
isn't that garbage?
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had a picture of Unicron, then they had the picture of the planet, and they're like, what if we just fit him inside that thing? Call it a day.
It'd be great.
But what I'm telling these people, initially my inclination was to
argue.
What?
I'm picturing the Beast Bot, like the pitch me for HasLab Unicron. The guys are, okay, guys, picture this. Beast Box, right? You know what those are? Yeah, I know what a Beast Box is. Okay, now surround it with circular plastic. And one guy's like, oh my God, we got a Unicron!
Fatsos love Pringles.
I could go for some Pringles right now. Oh, God, salt vinegar.
Just like my mother's armpits. She hugs me at night.
I call it the Biden.
But wait, at first my inclination was to argue with them. Like, no, I'm right. No, you're wrong. He can't stand without it. And I was like, oh, what am I doing? If these idiots display their Unicrons with no stand, there's going to be Unicrons shelf diving everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
The value of mine will only go up. So I am a cheerleader for the no stand. I'm like, yeah, you can pose. Put him on the top of your Billy.
You know that thing's going to be next to some D12s too. And it's going to take that fucking shit with it. One of those Pringles are going to clip onto it. And you're going to see photos of guys like, I came home from work and this is what I saw. Fucking Unicron. Who the fuck told? God damn, they'll mention the guy that told him he stands without a stand, right? You know, fucking shit, Steve. Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. Fuck.
You know what I pictured, Oscar? This guy is in his basement, surrounded by D-Tolls. He's got 2 Unicrons. He's got 2 Unicrons, 2 or 3.
One on each side of the room.
One on each side of the room, standing on top of his D-Tolls at no stand, posed dynamically to the best that he can. He's got, like Greg said, about 9 Dr. Eggs, plugged in, recharging, with a Duracell AA in there. He's fucking listening to the 1812 Overture on his radio.
Turn to be stupid. Turn to be stupid. What did I say? And the detolls come down and a domino effect around him. He's sitting in his office chair, playing Steam. He's like, no, God, no. Ah, fucking Hasbro.
Fucking Keith. Fucking Hasbro. Fucking detolls.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. It would fall, take a detolf, and break like an X-Trans Butts figure. But goddamn, Keith. Shitty quality figures.
The Dr. X explode, causing the Unicrons to shelf dive.
There's shrapnels of Dr. Egg everywhere. My guitar, which I never learned to play.
They said it would get me girls. My mother likes it.
Why haven't I banged an emo chick yet? I learned to play. I'm Guitar Hero.
I got the simp tattoo on my back.
I learned how to play Wayward Son on guitar. Yeah, good old fans.
I can't wait, Oscar, until I see those images of broken Unicrons. I can't wait. Can't wait. It's gonna be Christmas in July. Oh God, I can't wait.
Or the ones that get damaged in shipping.
The planet panel was just off in the box.
That's probably the biggest reason that I. It's the only reason I'm like, I see all these like these eBay pre-orders that are expensive. I'm like, damn, should have sold mine after he got here instead. But you know, like, there's this part of me that I'm like, well, I don't have to worry because, like, you know, Hasbro shipping it, and you know, it's never touching my hand, so it's not my fault. You know, I'll be happy to contact Hasbro on your behalf and tell you that it's, you know, something's a problem and they need to ship a replacement piece. But like, I'm washing my hands of this and not dealing with any of the eBay bullshit of someone being like, I didn't get it, you know, and like having to pay for $2,000 insurance and things like that. So
you should give that guy a refund. And just keep it and fucking sell it.
It's okay.
You know, the best part is these Unicrons will break, and then people will call Hasbro for replacement parts. And Hasbro will just send them like 7 G2 Megatron War for Cybertron Select.
we can give you equivalent things.
It's Bug Bite. You guys like this Bug Bite? Come on, like the Bug Bite.
That's always the shit that pissed me off. That always pissed me off. I remember alternators. Like, I remember, like, you know, when they were the big thing, right? Because we didn't have like G1 and all that stuff anymore. And then like, yeah, alternators. Wheeljack was like Wheeljack or Grimlock? I think it was Wheeljack. He was like impossible to find.
Both Mustangs.
Yeah, he was impossible to find in my area. Mine did not have the sword, and they're like, well, we can send you another alternator. I'm like, I have every single one but Wheeljack. I'm like, now I have Wheeljack, but he's missing his stuff. And they're like, well, we can't guarantee you'll get another Wheeljack. I'm like, that's fucking pointless. I'm like, so you'll send me. They're like, well, we'll send you another one that's worth the same value. I'm like, yeah, that's not what I want. Like, that's not worth anything to me because I don't need that one. You know, like.
That's like paying for your figure in eggs.
Right. Exactly.
The value is $30. Here's your case of eggs.
Right. And it's like, maybe I don't remember who was out with Wheeljack, but like I think it was like Tracks or something like that. I'm like, I can find like 1,000,001 Tracks in my area. I don't need Tracks, you know? Like, yeah, so I ended up keeping them. I think of course my cat's playing with a cat toy right now. I don't know if anyone hears the bird. Can anyone hear that?
I do.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so, I think like 10 years later, I finally ended up buying a replacement sword off of eBay for it, and I'm like, good, he's finally complete, like.
You put the sword in a drawer.
Yeah, exactly. So, because Wheeljack is known for his sword. So.
That's our neuroses, man. You probably don't even have it displayed with the sword. You just need to know
that
you had it.
He's in vehicle mode, so the
sword's stored.
The sword is stored in the car, and no big deal.
How much was that? I
think it was like $10. So, which is like half the cost of the actual figure, like, because I think he was like 20 when alternators were out.
Yeah.
Wow, those figures were only $20. They were pretty good though.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, but this was also like 15 years ago.
20?
It was like 15 cents a gallon for
Is
gas.
it 15? Yeah.
But so how far in Expanse are you, Justin?
I am on season 2, episode 3, I think. I can't remember.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
You're
it's
enjoying
good.
it?
Very much so. Yeah, I like it. I've been
Does it make
enjoying.
you want to get into space? You get your fuck sticks. What are they called? Ram jobs?
Yep, you
What
know
are your
me.
flight sticks called? What's the company?
The Thrustmasters. Yeah.
Thrustmasters.
Yep.
You grab your Thrustmasters.
I do.
You pretend you're flying the Rocinante.
I do not pretend that. No. So, but I do tend to watch it while I am playing my game. So, that's kind of I double up on space. So.
Do you give yourself the juice? Does your chair actually shoot you up full of like fucking chemicals?
No, I wish it did. Wouldn't that be cool?
It's just Mountain Dew.
No. So.
As soon as the dew starts getting injected into him, they play a clip from Talladega Nights. I'm all hocked up on Mountain Dew, old man.
Robert, I'm waiting for you to buy a gaming PC so you can try this game because I think you'll like it.
No,
so.
it's not the issue of getting one. The problem's time, man. I have no
Yeah,
time.
I know. Time is always a big issue. So
I don't know when
I don't have time.
would
I don't have time
love
either. I'm like in my house, it's like Adele's like, I'm going to sleep. I'm like, yes. I mean, okay, have a good night. You know.
Yeah, it's the same in my house.
I know
Or
nothing
it's like,
about
I gotta
gamer
go
consoles.
away for a week to a horse show, babe.
Oh,
I'm like,
I will
yeah.
miss you so much. Fuck yes. So like when we got when we got our floor redone because the people who dealt with the water damage from the fish tank exploding, you know, when they ripped up
Did you
our
have a Unicron or a Dr.
it should have. So, but yeah, that when they came to fix the floor that they had fucked up, yeah, everyone in the family was like, "We gotta go." I'm like, "Well, I gotta be here to let the people in, so I'll take one for the team for this week period." And yeah, I was like, "It's the best. It's the best." I wake up, I go to work, I bust my ass, and then I go and I just do whatever I want for the whole week. Like it's the best thing ever. Memories.
It's like Christmas, man.
Mhm.
It's like Christmas. I told it on Saturday. I was like, Friday. I was like, I'm gonna take the kids to work. I'll take them to the office. You can have a day off. And she's like, no, I'll come with you. I'm like, okay. But then it was Sunday. She's like, hey, you want to go yesterday? She's like, or Saturday. She's like, want to go sledding in the park? I was like, nope. I've taken the kids sledding many times at this point. I have no need. But you should take them sledding in an Uber. And then she was just like, oh, I want to be together. I'm like, I need a break. Like, I would love to just have 6 hours of just silence and solitude. I love my family. I love them to death. But you need that. You need that. I would love that. If I had time, I would totally have a gamer PC. I'd be playing a game like that. I'd have 2 Thrustmasters up my ass. And I'd be gyrating to steer.
At the same time,
in all 6 planes. Oh, man. Damn it. I love space games, too. I would be making your ship land on guys' heads.
Yeah, that's hard to do. It's hard to do. So
stop landing on his head. You are going to be arrested. But yeah, what I love about The Expanse, I love the way they handled. Obviously, it's based on novels, so I assume they did this in the novels. But I love like when you see ships approaching each other, they're backwards because they're decelerating. You know, and like when the fights, how they run out of ammo real fast. You don't have a million lasers to shoot. You have a certain amount of bullets, and you're out. You know, and you've limited torpedoes, and you've got to figure out how to use them right. Like I love that shit. You know, oh man, and the rail guns. Oh boy.
That is all stuff that occurs if you were to play Star Citizen.
Give you a spoiler: the Rocinante gets a railgun eventually. But yeah. What? Did you say
I
dumb?
think that's enough for it. I said dumb. Yeah, it's dumb.
How's it dumb?
It's stupid because I said so, Robert.
You play.
All right, y'all. Let's wrap this up.
Greg, did you really make meatballs?
Yes, he did.
Yes.
In the time that it took for you to get on.
Rest in power, Zoe.
Now, let me ask you this: Would you make Impossible meatballs?
I've made Impossible meat things before out of the bulk meat, or Beyond. It was Beyond meat, but yeah.
And Kit likes it.
Yeah. For some reason, yeah. I mean, it depends on what it's in. For some reason, right before COVID, I don't know if they didn't put enough out. I don't know what the deal was because this shit sells like fucking crazy around here.
It's expensive.
Well, it still sells like crazy, but Meyer had the bulk like packs of just like the quote unquote ground. And they had them like clearance way the fuck down, like $3 a piece or $4 a piece.
Wow.
So we bought every one they had, threw in the freezer. And I don't know how they had that many because they can't keep them in stock now. But yeah, we made chili and stuff with them. It was really good. Could tell a difference. I mean, you're making chili, but
I'm afraid.
No, I mean it's those things aren't bad. I mean, they're not my preference, and I can tell a difference. But you know, for people who want options,
I heard they're made out of sheeple.
No, they're made out of people who get the vaccine. They turn into Beyond Burgers. The nanobots kick in, and they go to their nearest Burger King, and they get turned into Impossible Whoppers.
They melt like the bad guy at the end of X-Men.
That seems so bad.
Oh.
You know, but did you
No
see
one
the article?
watches X-Men, Rob.
What do you mean? You watch DC?
Which X-Men? Wait, they melt?
Fucking X-Men.
Snyder Cut. You know what? Did you see? There's an article 2 days ago, and I was actually talking to a doctor today about it. That Johns Hopkins, like, he's a doctor in I think infectious diseases. He thinks that we've reached herd immunity in our country. He believes that there's a general consensus that for every one person that went and got a test and was positive, there are 10 people who never tested that were positive. And between that and the people who've been vaccinated already, and considering the fact that in the last 6 weeks we've had a 77% drop off in positive cases, that we have reached herd immunity, and that'll be gone by April. And then other scientists are saying, like July, it'll be gone. But everybody apparently is saying it's gone. But the CDC doesn't want that going around because they think it'll make people complacent and then cause like a surge, too early. But like the Johns Hopkins guy, I believe it was he that had said, I believe in science, and that's just honesty and truth. You can't hide the truth from people. And if we've reached herd immunity, we should let everyone know. But that is really, that was a weight lifted off my shoulders when I saw that. Like, I wanted to cry.
Did you hear that at the car show?
At a car show?
Yeah.
No, in a car wash.
Oh. Were you working at the car wash?
No. At the car wash. I was picking up cases at the car wash. The best place to pick up cases is I stand on a sunny day. I stand at an intersection with a giant mirror. I get so many.
Is that the car wash that's owned? You figure that one of those car washes has to be owned by a meth kingpin?
No, I pretend to work. Did you say methican? I don't know.
I said
whether
meth,
that's racist.
but
you said methican, and that's fun. Like a Mexican meth head, a methican. Oscar's a methican.
Oh, he probably knows if you're
Dale, ten un poquito más piedra para fumar, que tengo día malo.
A methican. But honestly, what I do is I dress up like I work at a car wash, and I hold a bucket, but instead of a bucket of soap, it's a bucket of oil, and every so often I throw it to the street.
I was going to think you throw it at a car going through the car wash.
No.
I can't wait to get my new Mercedes all done up. There's Robert.
I oil their wheels. I oil their wheels.
Robert.
Gives it that really, really slick and shiny look.
Robert. Conk.
And then right outside the exit, when he smokes it. Right outside the exit of the car wash, right across the way is a giant billboard. It's a giant billboard with my information. So their wheels are oiled up, and they crash right into the billboard, and they call me. It's great.
Smart.
Do they call you
No.
Also, on Robert's business card is a free car wash.
You get 10 victories, you get a free undercarriage wax.
I should change my firm to Ghostbusters Law.
Mm-hmm.
I should.
That's dumb because you're going to get those stupid paranormal people there. Working a case. There's a demon that's possessed a young Catholic schoolgirl. Supple.
Like, who are you gonna
but she
call?
needs help.
Mm-hmm.
Getting sued by Mattel.
Hasbro now.
A defective ceiling crashing into your brain. Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
He-Man. He-Man. Oh.
When I was in law
Ghostbusters
school,
too.
When I was in law school, and then when I worked my old job, I always fantasized that if I ever went out on my own, I would do TV ads and I would dress like a barbarian, and I would just act crazy with like a giant battle axe and just tell people that I would go to war for them. Oh, speaking of He-Man. Man, He-Man really has... I mean, I'm just like, perusing pre-orders or just new releases, and fucking He-Man has really made a comeback. It's like the new Phase Life.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that.
That was William Fong's wish for Lunar New Year. And it came true. I don't know if you make wishes on Lunar New Year, but he likes Masters.
A lot of people do,
I got a few of them. I got caught up in the hype. I got a few of them. They're okay. Of the new ones, they'll have a place, but I'll probably get a few.
It's a lot of guys getting pumped out, and it's like WWF wrestlers. You're gonna see them in bins in 5 years. Just a pile
just like you mean just like the original toy line?
Just like the original toy line.
I mean, I don't know what kind of longevity you expect the toy line to have, but
well, you want to hear something that was stupid before it was even released? I was looking yesterday.
In your opinion?
No, I can't imagine anybody would think this is a good idea. Sentinel is coming out with an armored Wolverine figure.
Oh, I saw that.
How stupid is that?
People like that shit.
But he doesn't need armor. That's the point. His skeleton is his armor.
That would actually be his...
his armor's on the inside. All the little soft bits heal up real quick. He doesn't need armor.
Actually, Robert, his regenerating flesh would be his armor, and yeah.
It looks like Robert, Iron Man. It looks like Iron Man wanted to look like Wolverine for Halloween.
That's the MCU Wolverine.
Well, you're not familiar with the source material. So.
I am familiar with the source material. That's the MCU Wolverine.
You know what I am excited for?
There's a comic from 1983 called MCU Wolverine. And,
I'm excited for the Flame Toys Batman, though. I'm very excited for that. I think it looks great. I'll have
you ever read a Batman comic, Robert? Then you shouldn't be excited because you're not a real fan.
I know. No, I
haven't. Raging homosexual.
I used to watch Batman religiously when I was a little kid, though.
That doesn't count. Sorry, you have to read the book.
I heard the DC's taking all the guns from toys.
Yes, they are.
Yes, you're right. Yep. You are right for once.
There goes McFarlane's edge over Marvel Legends.
That's garbage, taking the guns from the toys. I mean, Batman, sure, you shouldn't have a gun, right? Superman don't need a gun. Wonder Woman doesn't need a gun.
They're going to be taking God out of the toy aisle.
They're coming for your guns, but they meant the freaking action figures.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Biden.
Yeah, I saw somebody on Facebook today said they're making all these toy lines worthless. Like, if you're in it, I mean, that just, I don't even think I need to explain my position on that.
Was it a Jazz and a MAGA hat guy?
No.
A few of those. There's legit more than one Jazz and a MAGA hat avatar guy.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about Jazz?
Because he had the one release had, I don't know, was it Cybertronian and it looked like MAGA, or There was something
It
on the side.
translated into Cybertronian alphabet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just funny, man.
It's something fucking stupid. It's all the whole thing was stupid all the way around.
You're a white supremacist.
But then Hasbro took it off
guy.
because they didn't want. Yeah, so they're just like, okay, it comes off, and took it off.
You're a white supremacist, and your avatar is one of the only black Transformers. You dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only one type. You don't have to be if you're a Trump supporter, you're not racist necessarily. But if you're a jazz avatar, MAGA hat wearing avatar, you are. You are. For some reason, you are. I don't know why. It's in the Bible somewhere that you have to. Oh, God.
Well, they made a Hallmark movie about it, so it's true.
Mm.
It's
have you watched Bridgerton?
Oh, what?
Have you watched Bridgerton?
No.
My wife just walked over like, oh my God, he's talking about Bridgerton. Justin, have you watched Bridgerton?
No, we're not interested.
You haven't?
No.
Justin, it's Victorian trash.
Yeah.
I hear Lisa talking.
Justin, you and Adele will be like cosplaying in powdered wigs, like banging on trapezes. You have to. It's so good. It's such good trash.
We'll see.
This is coming from a husband and wife who enjoy the same trash as you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. It's beautiful trash.
We'll see.
Speaking of trash, did any of you guys watch that new Stand miniseries?
No. Wait. Where's that?
On CBS or whatever the CBS streaming is. That channel you keep around because you don't remember when Picard's going to come back on.
No, I haven't seen. No, CBS. We have CBS streaming. We have CBS streaming. That's what you got. All your 50 seasons of the challenge. Everybody.
Yeah, it's got Cyclops in it, and it's kind of. The
guys all agree that if you like the real world, you like Jersey Shore. I made her leave the room.
Oh man, remember Real World Road Rules Challenge?
She's talking about the challenge. She came back. The challenge. Anyway, so wait, The Stand did a miniseries?
Or a remake? Oh, like a remake of it. Yeah.
Is it new? Is it new?
It's brand new.
Yeah.
All the Trump people said they weren't going to watch it because it has Whoopi Goldberg in it. And Whoopi Goldberg said mean things about President Trump.
Mm-hmm.
God.
That's probably why it didn't pop up in your Facebook feed at all or anywhere, because, all your Trump friends.
Talk about cancel culture. Talk about cancel culture. Jesus.
What, Cara Dune?
I want to watch
that. Wait, they canceled Dune?
No. What?
The character Cara Dune, played by I forget her name. Yeah, she's no longer in The Mandalorian.
Mm-hmm.
Her X-wing blew up. She died at the end. So
that's garbage. I don't think she crossed the line.
Mm.
I mean, no, she's just like, being a conservative. Look, what she said was dumb, but I don't think it was offensive. It was just kind of stupid. Like, okay, you're going to compare yourself to living in Nazi Germany. You just sound like an idiot.
Yeah, but
it's not. I don't think it's offensive to Jews.
It's her workplace. It's her workplace.
Your work, right? If your workplace told you to shut your fucking mouth, you shut your fucking mouth, and if you don't, you're fired. That's true. That's the point. It's not about what she was saying. It was that she was on social media, and she's employed by an employer that says if you say stuff on these topics, you're fired, and she did anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it could have been about lollipop flavors, really. And she said it anyway. So she made her choice, knowingly. If it was her first post and they did that, I would really be like outraged. But you're right, it's not. It was many posts, and then she was warned, apparently, and then she did it anyway. So either she really is stupid, she could just be stupid. She didn't think it was offensive or across the line. But you violated your terms of employment. That's it. I mean, really, the state I live in, it's what's called an employment at will state. You can be fired for any reason whatsoever. You're not entitled to your job. I mean, I've grown up in a state where that's a maxim, as long as it doesn't violate certain constitutional, bases. But as long as you're not discriminated against someone based on their race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, age,
and freedom of speech doesn't cover it.
It's not.
I know people think, "Oh, I can say whatever the fuck I want," but
you can
freedom of
say
speech
what you
just
want.
means the government isn't going to come and kill you for it.
The freedom of speech is essentially that the government cannot impinge your ability to speak freely. And even that has some limitations. There are some exceptions. But,
you say K the P, and
But I mean, if
Secret Service is going to come get you.
If you decide, hey, I want in on this fun internet app that lets me post funny photos and speak to people and message them, but my participation in this online app requires that I adhere to certain standards, and they have the right to cancel me out of this program at any time if I violate those standards according to their purely subjective views, and then I do something that they decide violates those views, I'm out.
Yep.
It's not freedom of speech.
There's a lot of people who don't really understand freedom of speech. It's amazing to me. Like, I used to be a moderator for a message board way back in the day. Like, that'd always be the thing, is like anytime you took down a post, like, you're violating my First Amendment. I'm like, you are on a private message board. Your First Amendment does not apply here. Like, sorry, this is totally not the place to be trying to push that your First Amendment is being violated. So I'm like, you cannot go, like, I cannot go into whatever store and just like spout off obscenities and not be expected to be told to leave. Like, that's just how it is. So
freedom of speech is not the same. If freedom of speech does not mean freedom from consequences.
No, exactly.
Yep.
Like, look at us.
Did you see that meme? Did you see that meme that was going around? It wasn't a meme. It was like a shared, like, Twitter post or something. But it says it's like a conversation. I mean, it's one person doing a mock conversation, and it's like, yeah, I just got fired for my conservative views, and it's like, wanting smaller government and lower taxes, and it's like, oh, not those views, and then
right.
You know the views I'm talking about.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
it's just funny. Everybody does it with each other.
Yeah. Speaking of conservative views, y'all ever watch Letterkenny?
What? Letterkenny?
Letterkenny?
Is this Irish? Are you speaking in Gaelic?
It's Canadian. It's a Canadian show. It's really good.
It's on Hulu. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be stupid, so like I never watched it, and the kid started watching it one day.
Wait, what's it
and
called?
I was like, "What the Letterkenny?"
Lisa Letterkenny.
I walked in and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And she's like, "It's Letterkenny," and I've just been watching that shit like nonstop.
Letterkenny. What is it? What is it about?
It's about
it's about you being 12-ply, bud.
What?
It's about Canada Gooses, and if you got a problem with them, you got a problem with me.
I don't know, Letterkenny. I don't know what the hell it's about. They wouldn't tell me. Something about geese.
I'm trying to tell you, but you won't stop talking. It's about people. It's about this Canadian town, and it's just like a small town, and it's just like it's
Let me
the
guess,
guy
the
who
name is Letterkenny.
Yeah, and the guy.
Stop talking.
The guy who wrote it based it pretty much on like the town he's from, but it's got like the different like social. It's got this different groups, and they all interact, and there's nothing serious about it whatsoever. But there are some pretty good. Some pretty good shit in there. But
you see the one with the far right guy, Greg?
Oh god, that's on the dark web. They go on the dark web to try to buy drugs or try to sell drugs, and they end up getting that fucking far right dude shows up at their house.
I saw that.
Their asses kicked.
I'm up to the current season right now. Oh wait, I have one more thing.
Yeah,
Oscar,
stop trying to cancel us.
I have one more piece of news. It's brand new. Before we go, I mean, this is like breaking news without the childish. Well, never mind. Remember the game Twisted Metal?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Well, that is getting a TV show from the writers of Deadpool and Cobra Kai.
I was so good at that game.
Oh boy.
So it's going to be
not going to be well.
I don't know.
It's gonna be like Mortal Kombat.
Mm-mm.
You can't do Mortal Kombat will never be good on the screen. Just like
Have you seen the trailer though?
No, I didn't see it.
With the Red Band trailer with the fatalities, yeah, it's looking pretty good.
Oh man, I love that game so much. It was on the PlayStation, wasn't it?
Twisted Metal, yeah. Well, in the Mortal Kombat trailer, you see Liu Kang's dragon thing. You see Kano rip a heart out. You see heads getting ripped off. You see a Sub-Zero smashing something. No, you don't see it, but you see him. You see him throwing the guy through the ice.
He also shatters Jax's arms.
Yeah, he shatters Jax's arms. He freezes them until they burst. He hits, I think it's Scorpion. He hits Scorpion, knocks blood up. He freezes the blood into a knife in the air, and he stabs him in the back with it. Like, it's, I mean, it's probably not going to be a great movie, but, I mean, it's going to be worth watching on HBO.
There's a game from the late 90s. Do you remember this game, anyone? Carmageddon?
I don't remember it. Oh, Carmageddon, like C-A-R.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was thinking Karma, like K-A-R.
Everyone in the world is such pieces of shit. The whole world ends. In ironic puns.
That's kind of what's going on right now, but
yeah. I don't know, guys. I don't know.
If anybody still cares, New Walking Dead.
It's trash.
It starts this coming weekend, but
have you ever read the comics? I don't think so.
No, I've never read a single Walking Dead book in my life.
I read the last 5 issues, I think, where they kill Rick Grimes.
Are they scary? I mean, how can you be scared in a comic? There's no jump scares going on.
But there are pages. There's moments of just tension when you turn the page while you're reading because you don't know. Because at the time when the comic was really big and popular, you didn't know who was going to die next, right? So when Negan killed, what's his face?
Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn.
That was like a real big deal.
Yeah,
that was a big. Deal.
He was a main character. It was just some side guy, that they picked up along the way. He was there since, fucking issue 1. When he helped Rick out of the tank.
The same thing with Andrea too. You're like, oh, there's no way she's gonna be dead, and then there's her fucking grave.
Mm-hmm.
Or like all those characters just getting their heads on the pikes.
Yep.
And you're like, oh, well.
You meet Ezekiel.
Yes, like some of the major characters of the story at that point, like the big fan favorite characters. Yeah.
Die.
I've never seen one episode of that show.
Kirkman could just kill characters off just to troll people, and he could do it because it was his book. And but they can't do that. They can't do that as effectively on the show because they kill a character off, and they have that audience. They have that different type of audience, and they get all mad. And they make an industry out of shirts that say, if Daryl dies, we're going to riot.
Yeah.
And shit like that. Like, yeah. Well, it's over next season, and the first episode of the back 6 episodes of season 10? Is that what season we're on now? Went up on the app last night, so I watched it, and it's me. But there should be a lot. It should be pretty. There should be a whole lot of meat in this because they don't have time to fuck around at this point. Like they know it's ending, so they don't have time to fuck around.
But I agree with you guys. WandaVision sucked.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
But that's our difference of opinion. All right, we're going to wrap this up because I got to get up early. So So you can check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/shatteredcastuncut. Reach us at shatteredcastonline@gmail.com for any future questions on the show. Thank you, MP Collector, for your question. We did address it today. Want to thank everybody for listening. For the sake of Primus, please collect responsibly. Don't put your Unicrons on fucking detals or you're going to live out one of our scenarios.
No stands. No stands.
Yeah.
You don't need them.
Use stands.
Melon's on 1 foot.
So good.
He's going to be awesome.
1 foot.
Pose him doing the crane kick.
Show all the haters that they're wrong.
So for the sake of Primus, please collect and display responsibly. Be good to yourselves and each other. Just be good people.
And shut the fuck up, Robert.
Indeed.